All right, good evening, everybody. It's Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything, and I am here with the lovely Shanida Marks. Hi, Shanida.
Hello, how you doing?
I am marvelous. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. I live in the Bronx. I worked for the city for the past 20 years, and I also have a home-based travel agency part-time.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two kids. I'm married. Due to the COVID, I've been home since March last year working and also doing travel. Travel started slow last year, but since
Yeah.
July, it started picking up in 2020. And I love what I do. The travel. I originally started 4.5 years ago. I was going to a trip and somebody like, why are you gonna pay that much money to travel for? Won't you become a travel agent and get a
Yeah.
discount?
Mm-hmm.
I say it's always a gimmick, something you gotta pay monthly. This shit, and the person told me it's worth it. From the time she told me it was worth it 4.5 years ago, I travel at least 3 to 4 times a year, except last year due to
Mm-hmm.
COVID. And I do a lot of bookings, group bookings, solo, family, any types of booking, anywhere, cruises, car rentals,
Mm-hmm.
Airbnbs. So literally any bookings I can do. I work with a lot of vendors, so that's mostly I go through with my vendors.
Okay, perfect. So what's the actual name of your business?
Explore with Shanida Travels.
Explore what you need. So when you used to travel before prior to COVID, were you just that's something you did consistent with your family, or did you used to do girls trips? Like, what was your purpose of travel? Like, why do you like traveling?
Well, growing up, I didn't travel much. Living in the Bronx,
Mhm.
I really didn't go nowhere. So as I got older in my 20s, working and stuff like that, I started traveling. I like there's
Yeah.
more out here in the world than my neighborhood. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
so
get off the block.
yeah, off the block, like there's more to the world. So I travel mostly with my husband, my kids. Well, my kids are grown now, so they don't want to travel with me. So mostly I travel with friends, or I do bookings with people that I want you to come because you're just so friendly or and just funny. Just come with
Yeah.
us. So that's mostly I do.
Okay, perfect. So, what's the largest? So, what are the locations like right now during COVID? Because I'm into traveling, I love to travel. But we've really
Mhm.
been stuck. I think the last thing I did, I got away. We was supposed to go on a cruise last March for my son's
Uh-huh.
birthday. We got there that morning to Miami, and that's when the carnival shut down completely that same
Oh
morning.
wow.
So, so we were stuck there, and I was like, all right, fine. So, we was going to enjoy Miami. We had stayed at a great hotel. It'll be an amazing 4 days, with my kids.
Wow.
But so now during COVID, where are some of the destinations that are decent enough to go to?
Right now, due to COVID, and especially some of the countries, they require testing. I've been doing bookings since July, since they opened
Okay.
up a little bit. Dominican Republic, Cancun, and Jamaica. Those are the
Okay.
only bookings that I've been doing because before it was local, and a lot of people like, oh, I don't want to drive somewhere. I don't want to do it. They just want to go literally to the beach. And
Yeah.
mostly all my bookings are in the Caribbean area or the South America. Nobody really go local. I mean, I haven't booked no one local, no one has offered. Like actually myself and my family, about 16 of us, we going to Dominican Republic in March, actually next month, for three
Gotcha.
nights, 4 days. Because
Hmm.
everybody they just want to get away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still scary, but we're going to take a test going. And
Hmm.
now, due to January 26th, the new law, you take a test coming back. And there's resorts. It depends on the resort, so you have to research to make sure that resort going to do the test for you for free. Some resorts, and they're not testing you. You have to go find a clinic, pay $200 to $300. That's why some people are like, oh, I'm not going to use a travel agent. If you don't
Wow.
do your research properly, it's going to happen. That's why with a travel agent, we can do the research, tell you more information. Yes, no, go there, whatever. So they tighten it up, which I think they should have been do COVID tests from day one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Because most of my events here is very COVID safe. Like I have a retreat coming up. That's the last weekend of March. That people
Mhm.
actually have to have COVID tests to actually show up on the
Of
premises of
course,
the
yes,
retreat.
yes.
Yes. Because, as much as people are still going to have to wear masks, as much as we're going to still do social distancing, just having that level of security that somebody has been tested and they're not showing any symptoms of it, it just makes everybody feel so much better.
Correct.
And you just got to move safely. And that's how, because it's because it's not going anywhere.
It's
you know,
not. It's not. It's
you got to figure out how to move within the world that we live in.
Yes, we have to adapt to it.
Exactly.
We have to adapt to it. That's the new move.
No, I definitely agree with you. So with your bookings and stuff like that, so do you have your own website? Like, how do people get information about you, or how are you promoting your business?
I mostly promote my business on Facebook, on my business page, which is Explore with Shanida Travels, or Instagram, Explore with Shanida Travels _. And mostly my bookings is word of mouth or people on social media.
Okay.
I post flyers in different areas. Like I have friends that own barbershops or stores, so I post there. And a lot of the referrals are mostly by mouth or someone searching somewhere, because I'm also, besides just being a travel agent, just booking and call, I also have certificates for different destinations. Like I'm a specialist for Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Jamaica, a wedding specialist. Actually, I have my first wedding next year, July 2020, for a group of 150.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they getting married in Jamaica. So that's my first big group. I mean, I had other groups, 20, 30, but that's the biggest one that I'm going to have.
Well, that's kind of cool. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right. So you're growing, you're evolving in the last 4.5 years.
Yeah,
so,
I do it part-time too. Yeah.
You got that full-time gig. So, but what are some of your goals? Like, where do you see yourself going in the next couple of years?
Well, the next couple of years, I would like to, because one, I'm underneath a host agency where I have to split my commission because I use their credentials, meaning like their yada number. It's like a social security number for travel. So I would like to, like within the next 6 years, get a little bit more learning and stuff like that and branch out on my own.
Okay.
For when I do get paid from the vendors, the commission is going directly to me instead of me split someone else if I'm doing all the work.
Yeah, that independence.
Yes.
No, trust me. I have a quick story about that, because when I first met my wife, I used to work nights. I used to work 2 full-time jobs, right? Because to take care of my son, I had to work in excess hours, right? It was just me in the household. So after a while, we started dating. She was like, "Why don't you just quit?" I was like, "Where am I going to get this money from? I don't know. How am I going to survive?" And I started, because I'm into education, so I started working for this tutoring company. I was like, great, I can consult, I can make my own hours, I can work with a couple of kids, blah, 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 blah. So I did that for a while. But then after I started realizing what I was making, and she was making 50% of what I was for my work, I pulled away after 3 months. And that's when I started my first business. And then I realized I was getting 100% of the profit. And I was like, oh, this makes much more sense.
Yeah.
So like the overhead of somebody else is taking away from your actual efforts. It's just something I just couldn't do any longer. And I was like, nah. Right. I totally get you on that. You need to branch out on your own. I was trying to shorten your plan from 6 years to about 6 months.
That's true too. That's true too. But see, it'd be hard. I mean, I could still do it as part-time, but the credentials to get on your own is, especially with travel, if people are like, oh, just branch out. It's a lot to go through, a lot of certificate documents you got to pay for and stuff like that. So just to get more familiar, and I also want to get more familiar with the hotels, like the managers, as we call them, BDM, business development manager. So when I branch off, they already know who I am, because like, oh, Shanida, she always selling our hotel. So okay, we know who she is. So because even my husband like, why don't you just branch off on your own and stuff like that? So I might end up doing it before the 6 years. Now that traveling picking back up, and I'm getting more larger numbers, more sales. So I might end up doing it.
Okay, that all sounds good to me. I'm going to be watching you.
Okay, no.
All right.
No
I'm also a coach. I'm a business coach and a life coach. So now people tell me they got goals. I'm like, no, 6 years is too long. No. We got to figure that out. We're going to have to come up with a plan to get you there a little bit sooner than 6 years, because you need to keep all your profits to yourself. You're going to be doing all the hard work.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So if you could travel anywhere today, where would that be?
I want to go to Dubai.
Yeah, everybody loves Dubai.
Dubai or Greece, either or.
Okay, I know some in the degrees. It was funny. I've actually never been to Europe, and I was like, I'm going. Then COVID came. I'm not going nowhere.
And they more stricter. They don't really want too much people from the USA, not New York, to come over there like that.
Yeah, I'm not going over there. But their numbers are like they got things going on. I'm all right.
Mm-hmm. But their numbers are not high like us. That's another thing. You'll be very surprised that their numbers are not that high. It's just they trying to protect themselves before their numbers get high.
I feel them.
Even like right now, Cancun and DR, as of right now, what's today? February 2nd. They don't require those tests coming over there as of right now. I mean, but things change by day, minutes, and hours and stuff like that. Tomorrow you might wake up and say, all right, no one travel. I'm like, oh man, because I went to DR in November.
Okay.
Travel event. I didn't have to take a test, but I took the test going, and when I came back, I took the test again for my own well-being.
Yeah, that makes complete sense to me. That's the way to go these days.
Yes.
Better be safer than sorry, right? Get tested, mask up. That's why I refuse. I'm like going to other states. People's like, oh, you don't go? No, they don't have New York laws. Our regulations are so much different than other places. So
yes,
I feel safer here in my state. So I'm gonna go ahead now in my state. Until people get on the same page, what they're just not doing.
Right. That's true.
So how can people find you?
They can find me on Facebook, Explore with Shanida Travels,
Uh-huh.
or IG or Instagram, Explore with Shanida _travels.
All right, Shanida. So is there anything else you want the my listeners and my viewers and my network of people to know about you?
If anybody has any interest in travel later on in 2021 or next year, 2022 or further, they can contact me either on my social media, or they can send me an email at explorewithshanida@gmail.com, or they can give me a call at 646-703-48.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. All right, Shanida, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Continue to work with you, sending people over for travel, and then hopefully I can, get myself up and go somewhere.
Okay.
I can travel with you.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.